55 seconds and counting. Neil Armstrong just reported back it's been a real smooth countdown. We passed the 50-second mark. Power transfer is complete. We're on internal power with the launch vehicle at this time. 40 seconds away from the Apollo 11 liftoff. All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still go with Apollo 11. 30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Does anybody know what time it is? It's time to wake up with Grandpa Tone. Starring America's grandfather, your Grandpa Tone. The show where we talk politics, conspiracy, religion, and comedy. Not good comedy, but some comedy. Tonight, it's Freedom Talk. Canadians, Americans, and people all over the world, we read your comments. And let's find out the latest news and more. All right, everyone, strap on your seatbelts. As always, it's going to be a bumpy ride. It's time for Wake Up with Grandpa Tone. Hello, everyone. It's your Grandpa Tone. We're here for another episode. It's a 9 p.m. Eastern Pacific. That's the early edition. So, welcome, everybody. We have a big show planned tonight. Obviously, we're going to read all your comments. So, let's just go over the rules right now because we're going to have a full house tonight. I can tell how the counter's going. Today, on our daytime stream, we broke a bunch of records. We've done numbers we've never done before, so I anticipate a big night tonight. So first, if you want us to read your comment, you got to type in capitals. If you talk amongst yourself, you can use lowercase. If you're on Rumble, you will get your comment read sooner because there's less people on Rumble. So if you don't want to wait an hour for your comment to be read, my suggestion is sign up for Rumble. Get on Rumble. The channel is Wake Up with Grandpa Tone. Do not say the word that starts with V that they're mandating. You have to use maple syrup because we will get in a lot of trouble because we are also broadcasting on YouTube. So, again, you want us to read your comment? Type in capitals. You want us to read your comment faster? Type in capitals on Rumble. And we tried to get to all the comments. People got frustrated with us last night, but we had over 2,000 comments. So we're starting to get to the point where please don't get frustrated with us. We do our best, and I don't do like every other stream that I charge a super chat or a donation to read your comment. I want everyone to have a voice. So please, there will be nights that you might not get your comment read. And we apologize, but we do the absolute best we can. Now, I have two people reading comments. I have the great, beautiful Grandma Mare, and
Hi.
I have my daughter.
Hello.
McBoog. Say hello, McBoog.
Hello.
Okay, so McBoog will be reading the Rumbles. Grandma Mare will be on Facebook and YouTube. So Why don't we get started, and we'll see where the show takes us tonight.
Okay, over on Rumble, Lorraine says, good evening, everybody. And
well, hello, Lorraine.
Pamela also says, good evening. She is here.
Hi, Pamela. Which Pamela is it? Is it Pamela B?
She didn't say, but it's Spirit 37.
Okay, I know which Pamela that is. Okay. Hello, Pamela. Thank you again, Pamela. That was very nice last night.
Okay, Grandpa Tone over here on StreamYard. Julie says, why are there two pages broadcasting the same thing?
There is the Freedom broadcast, and then it's my Wake Up with Grandpa Tone.
Mm-hmm.
And I broadcast, right now I broadcast almost the same thing on both pages. The Freedom broadcast will be different soon, but I'm building it up, so I have to get viewers. And in fact, if you want to sign up on Facebook for the Freedom broadcast, it's also on YouTube as well. So right now, there's different things, but I'm compiling stuff. They will be separate soon.
Pamela says, hi, Grandpa Tone and Grandma Mare. Welcome back.
Thank you, Pamela. Appreciate it.
Alan says, hello, guys.
Hey, Alan. Nice to see you. Thank you again.
Heidi says, hey, Grandpa T. With
hey, Heidi. How are you?
A couple of hearts after it.
Okay,
which
I like.
Should Grandma be upset about that?
Maybe you better go to bed, Grandma Mare. I got to be alone with Heidi on the show.
Tam says, hello from Ottawa.
Tam, did you see your pictures in the intro? I told you. I sent you an email.
And then Heidi said hello to everyone else.
Okay, yeah, that's secondary.
Joan says, good evening, all.
Hi, Joan.
Pamela says, I cried all day. I think yesterday hit me harder today. So much processing. I just feel heartbroken, but not defeated.
That's right, Pamela. We got to stay positive. Look, me and Grandma Mare, we're going through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma Mare can verify. I've been moody all day today. I've been having a tough day. I mean, I knew last night, what was going on and how this would, play out kind of. And this is a tough deal for all of us, but we have each other.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'll tell you that if we get our freedom back, it's just going to be by us not complying altogether. The trucker thing, what was beautiful about that is you could stop the economy with the support of the truckers, and hopefully that's not over. Hopefully it's not over. But yeah, it was tough because it was definitely an emotional roller coaster.
Sure was. Tam says, remember, caps everyone if you want your comment read.
And please don't get mad at us if we don't get to all the comments. I'm going to try not to talk that much tonight.
Brownin says, Canada, love in the house. Hope you guys are good and well. Grandpa, check your inbox like ASAP, ASAP. It's serious,
okay.
Grandpa. Don't read it out loud if you'd like.
Okay. Also, Anne-Marie, our producer, she's listening in the background. Maybe, Anne-Marie, you could check that out while we're on. And if it's a message, I'll read it. If it's a link, I'll pull it up. And then let me open up my private chat because there's already
Bob
3 things.
Says, good evening, kids. Tina says, Tam, please explain why. I think that was about the caps, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, Tina. You type in capitals if you want us to read your comment.
Diana, hi, all.
Hi, Diana.
Janice says, corrupt police bullies. Yes, we couldn't agree more. Pamela Joe, hi, Grandpa Tone and gang. Sorry we missed last
Pamela and Fudge. Yeah.
We miss you guys too.
Yeah, we miss you too.
Jesse says, hold the line from Ottawa. And Brian says, hey, Tony, can you see me?
I can see the message.
Oh, I'm sorry, Katie. Let me just finish this one.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Tam says, caps to get comments read, lowercase to talk amongst us.
Amongst each other. And get on Rumble. Wake Up with Grandpa Tone is the channel, and you will get your comment probably read faster. So.
Over on Rumble, Mikey says, good evening, Grandpa Tone and Grandma Mare. Green heart, red heart.
Thank you. Good evening.
All right. So Lynn says, thank you for your daytime stream. You were the only place broadcasting it.
That's what I thought, because we get shadow banned on all the platforms. Terrible. And today we had over 2,500 people watching at the same time, which for us is unheard of. They lied about what that number is, but but yeah, no, I figured. But you still have to show it. If somebody's there, we still have to show what's going on. So
And it was hard to find too. So
yeah, it was tough.
Kim says, "You rock," from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada.
Thank you, Kim.
Scott, it's all about crypto and the government's ability to regulate it.
There you go.
Marty, hello from Nova Scotia.
Hello, Marty.
Cheryl says, please post the Rumble link here.
Okay, let me pull that up. You go ahead and read some comments while Grandpa Tone finds that.
Laura says, thank you for hearing me today.
Oh, no problem.
Jamie says, why do you think the UN was in Ottawa?
You know why they're in Ottawa? Because Agenda 2030. And, this is the first step. Look, things are going to get tough for us, all of us now. So we got to stick together. This is a big win. This is a big win for Agenda 2030. It's a big win for the elites that want to take all of our rights away. But you know what? It's like I put in the comments. It's not over. By any means, it's not over.
Mike says, gotta love it. Fuzz arrested a leader of a registered party in Ontario today, was on his way to Parliament. Ooh.
Oh, look. This is, it's not good. What's happening is not good. Here, let me post the Rumble link.
Okay.
Give me 1 sec. I'm just typing it right now. Oops.
Okay,
I'm just typing
Pamela
Rumble.
says, hi, ladies. Brian says, hi, Grandma Mare. So there you go.
Oh, Grandma Mare got a hi.
And Christine says, what do you foresee for the next month and year?
Well, I see here, the Rumble links posted up, and I'll just talk really quick. I think we're going to have a tough year. They're going to make their run between Canada, all the Western countries, okay? They're going to really make a hard run at us, and they're going to try and beat our spirit. And like I said, individually, don't comply. It'd be great if we really could have a trucker rally between both our countries and shut down the bridges. I don't care about Washington. I don't care about Ottawa. I care about shutting down the bridges and shutting down the economy. If that is when I say a gimmicky way, I don't mean gimmick like it's a gimmick, but I mean peaceful protesting for the most part has never worked in history. It doesn't work. What I like about the trucker protest is it's a peaceful protest, but yet you're stopping the economy. If you strategically put the trucks in the right places, that could be the only peaceful protest that actually in history works. And you don't know how close we were when they had the bridge locked up. You don't know how close we all were to getting our freedom back. And the next time we do this, we have to lock down the bridges and not leave. Like they said in the beginning of the rally, we're not leaving until we get our freedom back and the mandates are gone. The next time we do that, that's what we do. We don't leave until you get it. So, but I think I'm very hopeful about that. Go ahead, Katie.
Over on Rumble, Alan says, hello, guys, from Temiskaming Shores. Pamela
the dumb Americans don't know a lot of Canadians.
Yeah, I don't know the cities there. Pamela says there were several live streams in independent news walking the hallowed grounds of Ottawa. Also, protests popped up at the War Museum with a few hundred people. Tim says, I'm new on your channel. Just wanted to get this out. If you want a good live feed to follow, this guy has a heart of gold. And that was, he said Scott Pope.
Okay.
Pamela says, was there UN was there because they couldn't find enough fuzz to do the dirty work of Trudeau. I saw a retired RCMP officer who said the fuzz were paying $4,000 a day to sign up on the attack innocent Canadians.
And then I'm sure everybody has seen it, but the messages back and forth of the fuzz talking about how happy they were that somebody got trampled and they wish they were there, or they wish they could have done it. Okay.
Mhm.
Like Grandpa Tone said, I said the first day when when they were speaking and saying, "Oh, the fuzz is on our side," and Grandpa Tone said the first day, the fuzz is not on your side, and when it's all said and done, they're not going to be on your side, and they're there to protect the politicians and the elites. That's what the fuzz is for. And you're not on your side this time. They're not on your side next time. They're not on your side. They'll never be on your side. So I'm sorry that was a hard lesson that a lot of people had to learn. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, they profile, they do personality tests and stuff with the fuzz when they hire them, and they want a certain personality, and they look for a certain personality, the personality that can turn on their own neighbors, that can beat somebody that's done nothing, that will follow orders. Okay. And they look for that. So there's no coincidence that that's their feeling. They've hired for that. So, and you will never be able to understand that. That's why you're not in the fuzz. Okay. That's why I'm not in the fuzz. Okay. You or I, this happens. We drop our stick. We take off our stuff and we're out. You might not protest with the protesters. You just might go home, but you're not going to beat innocent people. But that's not what it's about. So it's hard to wrap your mind around, but you need to do it. Go ahead.
Over on Rumble, Patricia says, "Hi, everybody."
Hi, Patty.
And D. Lampar says, "Should we take our money out of the banks? If this question isn't what you are touching on tonight, I'll understand."
No, I think everybody should pull their money out and put it in gold. Gold is not going up. It's according to what they told us when we bought gold 2 years ago. Right now, my gold should have doubled, right? Where everything's out of control. Inflation's out of control. Well, the gold's not going up, but at least the paper dollar, they could crash it. They could crash paper currency at any moment. So yeah, I would pull the money and buy gold.
Okay, Geraldine says, "Good afternoon, Canada, with you all the way from Australia."
We're in the United States, but the United States and Canada, we're with you too. We're all, if you're about freedom, now's the time. It doesn't matter what country you're in. It doesn't matter what color you are. It's time for us to be together because we're all we have.
And then Leland says, hello. Hey there.
Leland.
Michelle says, "The haters needed to all get out of their bubbles and realize that Trudeau wants Canada to be like China, a country he envies dictatorship."
Michelle, and I'm going to go a step further. Not just Trudeau. Every politician that's up in Parliament, every politician in Congress, in the Senate, in the United States, they all want to be like China. They do not want us to have freedom. They don't want us to have rights. Okay. At our level, there is a left and right. Once you get up there, it's just them against us. Okay. They're all on the same page. Lindsey Graham, the day after the election, he's a Republican. He's fist bumping Kamala Harris. Okay. It's them against us. And that's it.
Matthew says, hello from Winnipeg.
Hi, Matthew. Welcome to the show.
And Kim says, hello to all three of you. Thank you. I refuse to give up. This fight for freedom is so important. I live in Ontario and we are really worried. Thank you all for being here for all of us. Thank you, Grandpa Tone.
No, we got to have a place where we can all go and say what we want to say and not have to explain ourselves. And that's what this is.
Sorry, Grandpa Tone. Raisin says, I'm driving and I can't ask questions.
That's okay.
I want to know how we type that. But Ginger said, why is the UN there?
The UN is, do a little research. This is not conspiracy. This is real. There's Agenda 21, which was 2021. And then there's Agenda 2030. And they've mapped out how your life is going to be in 2030. And basically, the UN is going to be running stuff. And they brought in police, fuzz, from the UN. They're hiring fuzz in the UN in the United States, and they're calling them disarmament agents because they're going to go house to house to take the guns, And this has been going on for 3 years. And I keep posting it and telling everybody. Nobody wants to hear it. Go ahead, Katie.
Over on Rumble, D. Lampar says, do you think credit unions are safer than banks?
I think credit unions are safer than banks, but here's the problem is our money, our paper money, well, in even crypto, okay, it's only worth something because we think it's worth something. So when these same elites and politicians that are destroying our lives and taking away our freedom, when they let the cat out of the bag that the paper money is not worth anything, okay, it doesn't matter what you have in the bank. It's going to be worth zero. It just doesn't matter. So you are better off buying gold. Now, why don't I say silver? Because me and Grandma Mare have been down the silver route. It takes up too much space to store. Gold, you can take your life savings and it's like 2 bars of gold. Okay. So, you could always hit the road with a couple bars of gold. It's easy to hide. It's easy to keep. You got your life savings in silver, and you're going to have to rent a U-Haul to pull behind the car. So that's why I say gold. And it's not going to go up in value. We're seeing it happen now. It's only
$1,900 right now.
Yeah, it's not doing what they said it would do, but at least you can protect something because your paper money and it's coming is going to be worth zero.
Pamela says, is tonight the night you're going to share your research on Tamara and Pat? You've piqued my curiosity, or is it too soon? But seriously, I'm dying to know what you think.
No, I'm not. I just pulled the bandage off last night and upset everybody. I'm not ready to do that. But you know what? What you can do is, why don't you try looking them up and maybe go back a couple years? And I'll point you in the right direction. Look at their YouTubes, look at their Facebooks, go back a couple years, and see what's going on there.
Happy Canadian says, hey, it's Heidi. If we take our money out, that's what they want, so they can cripple the banks and bring in their agenda, right?
No, they don't want everybody having gold bars. I can tell you what they want to do is they want to crash the money when you have all your money in it, because if they take all of your money, now they own you. You just become the slave that they want you to. So
you're just saying physical assets is better than paper money, which is not backed by anything.
Paper money. Paper money is only worth something because we think it's worth something. Okay. No nation backs their money by gold anymore. Okay. Then I don't know what Canadian money's backed on, but the US is backed. It's called the petrodollar. It's backed by oil. Now, there's only been one person who's come along that wanted to back their currency by gold. You're not allowed to do that in this world. That was Gaddafi, and he ended up with a sword up his ass. You're not allowed to do that. You cannot back your money by gold.
Mm-hmm. Maddie said, why is Canada adopting China's hardline tactics against citizens in Ottawa?
Maddie, you got to come to the cold reality that we're in a war with our governments. I've been telling everybody this for 10 years. We're in a war with our governments, but we don't know that we're in the war. Okay. Only they know that there's a war on their people. We don't know it. So you wake up now and know we're in a war. Why do you think that why do we have glyphosate? Why is diabetes? Why are we all fat? We're eating the same food they were eating in the 70s. Well, why all of a sudden are we all sick? Why is there fluoride in the water? Okay, it's time to wake up. It's time to protect. Look, we can't do anything violent back. You know this, but we got to start protecting ourselves, and we got to start looking out for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Tam says, yes, thank you so much. Was busy last night helping truckers get situated in safe havens. Was fun. Everyone was in good spirits.
Good.
Julie says they are asking everyone to not go to work tomorrow and have a nationwide strike.
Well, I think that's a good excuse not to go to work tomorrow.
Krista says hi from Indiana.
Hello.
Mike says hello from, oh, wow. Osoyus? I'm so sorry, Mike. I butchered your
dumb
city.
Americans, we don't know.
Donna says, hi. The iconic cafe owners need a lawyer.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I have that. That's nuts.
And Janice says, here truckers are regrouping.
We hope so, Janice. And also, not to be a crap out. If they're not regrouping, this doesn't change a thing. Okay? So I'm sure they are, but you can't let your spirits be broken if they don't come back. Okay. And plus we got to get the bridges. And that's not going to take that many trucks. So I'm sure between all of us, we'll be able to get those bridges blocked eventually.
Judith wants to know where the U.S. truckers are in this.
Yeah, Judith. I've been wondering where the U.S. population is in all this for 3 years. It's very upsetting. We're supposed to be the land of the free, the home of the brave. It's time now to be the home of the brave.
Just keep on trucking.
Absolutely.
Philip, hi from Nova Scotia, guys.
Hello, Ups Rumble Rant time. Go ahead.
R. Cordair says, here's an idea. Invest in a bidet. No toilet paper problems. Smiley face.
Hey, McBoog, who just read the comment, got a bidet, and she raves about it. Yes or no?
Oh, I do. You'll never go back to wiping your butt again. Once you have a bidet, it's wiping your butt's peasants work.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Peasants work. I love it.
Peasants work. Okay. Well, I didn't know you had a peasant wiping your butt.
Wow.
Oh, I did. No, I was a peasant before I got the bidet.
I didn't know that there was a peasant hanging around your house butt wiping.
Pamela says tomorrow's a federal holiday in Canada. The holiday is Family Day.
There you go. Well, that's good.
We don't have that holiday here.
No.
Isn't it President's Day?
We have President's Day. They had to come up with a holiday to align with President's Day, I guess.
Well, Family Day's better.
Kay Umster says, hi from small town I'm gonna butcher this. Atikoikan, Ontario. Wow. I'm ready. Wow. Thank you.
Nice job. You just insulted her. If I could just jump in here real quick. Can I get some likes? We're only at 182 likes and 700 people. 700 well, it says 700 people. It's probably 10,000, but if I could get some likes, that would be good, because their algorithms, if you have likes that are less than the people in the room, they start freezing your live stream. They won't show it to people. So if you don't mind, give it a like, a love, or if there's a lukewarm, I don't care. Give it a thumbs down. I don't care.
A Facebook user says they should have all sat down, in my opinion. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Maybe.
The protesters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you got to take it easy on the Canadians. For one, they're probably the nicest people ever, and salt of the earth people. The other thing is, this is their first time protesting. I could tell last night when they didn't think the cops were going to tear them up. So my advice to all the Canadians are, watch some of the civil rights protests from the 60s, so you know next time what you're in for.
All right, Grandpa Tone, let me get through some comments.
Sure,
Pamela,
I'll shut up.
It probably didn't help my mood watching hundreds of videos of yesterday's fuzz brutality. Devastating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
Terrible.
Steve, evening, folks. Canada in the house.
Hey, Steve.
Leland, it's not over until the fat man sings.
That's right. Did he just call me the fat man? Is he talking about me, Grandma Mare?
He obviously is talking about you. He said specifically Fat Grandpa Tone, specifically.
Denise says, I'm from the USA, ashamed of my country too. Go Canada.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Me too, Denise. We're on the same page.
Deb says, please say hi to Rick Kump, new followers. Hi, Rick.
Kump. Grandpa Tone saying hello. Glad you're here.
Chuck says, hi, Oshawa Parliament PM owns 30% of Parliament. Who does he own? The Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House could not move fast enough to cut off his feed. I'm still waiting to hear that.
Okay, yeah. Chuck, I can help you with that right now, and it's time consuming. But since Grandpa Tone is crazy, this is things I do at night to wind down. Go to the Young Global Leaders, which is ran by Klaus Schwab, and look up who the young global leaders are. Trudeau's a young global leader. Tulsi Gabbard, that's in the United States. Buttigieg, the United States. But they're all listed there. Yeah, Maria Bartoloma from Fox. Look at who's there. These are all our enemies listed. Okay, because Klaus Schwab talks about he has insurgents. These are his insurgents to do his bidding. And Trudeau's one of them. That's why you guys are wondering, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Okay, well, the elites Klaus Schwab, George Soros, all these, they don't want us, they see us as cattle. Okay. Now we don't see each other as cattle because we're on the other end of this, but they see us all as cattle and we don't deserve to have any rights.
Pamela said, this Pamela is heading back to the Rumble comment section. Thank you. I
Okay.
know I'm already
Thank you,
getting
Pamela.
behind. Colladette says, Alberta, please spread the word. We are not done. Maggie Rose says, hi, everyone. Hold the line from Kitchener.
Okay.
Betty says, good evening from Ontario. People are still protesting outside of the red zone by the War Museum, and police are leaving them alone as long as they don't disrupt traffic.
Nice.
Frenchie says, hello from Marathon, Ontario. Love you guys.
We love you, Frenchie.
Monica, why are there UN troops in Canada? I think you talked about that.
Yeah.
Is Rumble as censored as Facebook, William asks?
Well, they say that they don't censor. As long as it's not pornography, you can do and say what you want. But do you remember the days that you could do that supposedly on Facebook and YouTube too? As long as it wasn't nudity, then it was fine. So yeah. I picked Rumble because they say that they're about free speech, and it's a Toronto company, and 90% of my audience is Canadian. So that's why I picked it.
So Tara says, can you explain what this vote is on Tuesday? Is it that the Senate votes it down? And what is the point now that JT has done what he wants to do?
That's exactly, Tara. Our Canadian friends can pipe in on this, but there's no point now. So what's it matter?
Yeah.
Well, they waited to vote because they knew it was going to get shot down. The point was to push it out as long as possible.
Right. No, that's exactly. So
because they had the powers in the meantime.
So what? So now he can take the country over long term if he wants to and just say no parliament sessions. This is nuts.
G says the police that took part in. I'm not sure if that was related to another comment. Peggy says, I want to thank all of our truckers. They should strike. I'm in the U.S. convoy here headed to D.C. Let freedom ring. Spread the love, people.
Nice.
And our Pamela Joe says Fudge is driving and has requested, I tell you, our commie government in Minnesota ended all mandates. They're panicked about the midterms.
There you go. Good. And then you know what happens after the midterms? We'll have a new variant and it'll be worse than ever.
Love to send you an email from Dr. David Martin.
Okay. That would be wakeupwithgrandpatone@gmail.com, all one word.
And Molly says, I'm on Rumble, but the comment button isn't available.
Maybe someone can help her. What kind of device are you on? If you're on a PC, it's right next to the screen. It's called Rumble Rants.
Yes,
it's not comments.
The comment section is will show up after the live stream is over. I won't be able to see those right now. Yeah,
so Rumble Rants, Molly.
I'm sorry, Grandpa. Some sad information. The leader of the PPC party, Maxine Bernay, and one of the convoy's organizers spoke with the OP and Ottawa Police at 10 a.m. yesterday, letting them know that the truckers would leave peacefully after 1 p.m. press conference. After 1 p.m. The press conference was at 10:15. The order was given to move to physical force. This was absolutely avoidable and a mass destruction of humanity.
Yeah, it's terrible, Bob. This whole thing is terrible.
Betty, Alberta is talking about separating again. I might have to move there if they do. I love my country, but not my government.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Brian says, first time on here from Barrie, Ontario. Do you know what's going on with Pat? I would check out Rumble.
Okay. Now I've heard he was arrested a couple days ago, and then I heard he was let go right away. And then they say that he's not going to be out until Tuesday. But I really need you guys, because I need you guys to do your own research on some of the leaders in the convoy. The convoy itself and all the truckers themselves, that's a total grassroots, pure thing. But like in everything, when money's involved and you have the leaders at the top, there's some slipperiness. And I need you guys to figure this out on your own. Last night I got a little taste of raining on the parade doesn't go well. So all I ask, I just want to read comments and stay positive for you guys. And I want us to have a place to come to. Go do some research.
Okay, I have some Rumble comments.
Yes.
Happy Canadian says, do you think what happened with the fuzz to the people in Ottawa woke up more humans? What they did was terrific. And representing from Grand Prairie, Alberta.
Nice. I think it probably woke up some people, but here's the problem. I told you we've been in a war with our governments for years. And a lot of people probably yesterday woke up to that. The problem is it's out of hand now. So it's not just a couple protests away from us getting our freedom back. We not violent, but we need to stop the economy. That's the only way to get their attention, to let them know that the cattle, what the people they see us as cattle, to let them know that this is not a slaughterhouse where we're all going to get in line to be slaughtered. Okay, we got to let them know we're not playing and that they better let it go. And
Pamela says
that's going to be a process.
Meeting tomorrow with independent press and live streamers left in Ottawa to strategize and organize their next move. General consensus is definitely they are not done with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, that's good. But we have to stop the economies. All the Western economies, we have to stop it, and that will get their attention.
You better get to that meeting tomorrow, Grandpa Tone.
Well, Grandpa Tone's not. Grandpa Tone just pipes in the live streams, but I'm happy to go if they want me to go. It's fine.
KLPO says Tulsi is as bad as Justin? ?
Yeah, isn't that a bummer? Well, look, she's in the Young Global Leaders, whatever Klaus Schwab's thing is. Okay, you're not in that if you're cool, right?
But she seems cool.
She seems cool. Look, I think
like
she's
her.
cute.
Yeah.
I think she's like an angel. I wanted her to be president, and you know what? Our show's big enough. She could come on and explain it because they're not going to ask her that on Fox. But yeah, I'd like her to explain herself on that because now I don't like her. Because if you're in the same thing as Buttigieg, okay, I'm out. And again, I know it's a club and we're not in it, and I know there's no left and right when you get to that level. So we'll have to find out.
R. Cauder says there is a call to Canadians: park your trucks 20th to 2nd Street.
Okay, well, Grandpa Tone's call for the Canadians to do something is block the Windsor Bridge again and don't leave.
Pamela says this fight is moral, as high as it is determination.
Yeah, no, this is a good and evil what we got going on. This is not right or left. I do not understand why anybody on the left would want to give up their freedom. And even look at even if you don't care about your freedom, your kids' freedom, your kids' freedom. I'm doing this. Look, I'm 55 years old and my health isn't that good. I can write out anything. Okay. But I got a daughter, McBoog, who's reading the questions. I got 2 grandkids. Okay. I'm going to go out with a fight. And I'd like them to have the same freedom that I had.
R. Cauder says Parliament has been closed since the pandemic.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Pamela says the vote is whenever they will enact the Emergencies Act. It's not looking good for it to be shut down. PCs don't want it to pass, but NDP and Libs sadly seem to be in favor. It's bad news.
Don't kid yourself. They all want it to pass. Okay. None of them want you to have rights. None of them. They're not there to represent you. They're there to represent the rich. Pamela
says Pat is being held on bail until Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I had heard, but I also heard he was out Saturday night.
John Perry says, yes, Pat is supposed to be out on Tuesday, as said by his friend Freedom George. Is that guy in the back of his videos?
Yeah, that's the yes.
That's
like I
name?
said, please do me a favor. Please do some research. It's all out there. You don't have to do anything magical. If you start typing, okay, just look into these people on your own. Okay. And if you find things that you don't like, I said this the first day. Now we have a lot of new listeners, so I'm going to tell you again. Okay. No movement is pure. Okay. Mother Teresa is a saint, and there might have been some sex trafficking things going on with her. Okay. No movement is pure. Nobody is pure. And even if there are some dirt bags involved at the top of this thing, what happened with the truckers is an unbelievable thing. And those truckers are all heroes. Okay. But don't cloud yourself with, oh, these people are great because the movement's great. Because that's not how stuff works.
I have one last comment to read, then I'm going to let Romero go.
Thank you.
John Perry says, asked all truckers to park them starting tomorrow for a week.
Yeah, park them on the Windsor Bridge for a week. Do that.
Okay. Grace says, good evening, everyone. Do you think the RCMP cops or fuzz will be held accountable for all the inhumane things they did to all the beautiful and peaceful protesters? Love and peace to all.
Peace to you, Grace. No, nothing will happen. So you got to move on from that. Nothing ever happens.
Nancy says, hi, Grandpa T and Grandma M. Thank you for the post today and all you've been doing. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Nancy, thank you. We appreciate your support as well.
And here's Ron with just a hello. No
Ron,
music references today.
Okay.
Carol, libertarian was arrested.
Yep.
Let's see. Colladette says, Alberta will separate. I live in Edmonton.
We'll see.
Janet says, Trudeau makes money on all vaccinated persons. Dr. David Martin had all the facts.
Yes, I actually have ran some of his stuff on my news feeds.
She says, here the planes in North Bay were from Japan, not UN.
I don't know. They said UN on the back. I have a film on it, but could be.
Maddie says, now that Trudeau and his forces have instituted a military state in Canada, can Canadians apply to the U.S. for political sanctuary?
You might be able to do that, but you have to understand, Maddie, and we've heard other things where people want to come to the United States now. Look, I'm going to tell you, okay, it's no better here. And this is probably the only time in history. Like, my family came from Italy when Mussolini was in power, and that's when they came to the United States. And, you know, a lot of our families were all immigrants from terrible countries. The difference in this situation is they've got every country locked down. Where are you going to go? The United States is just as bad as Canada. It might not on face value seem that bad, but it's that bad. We got a little bit more freedom because of the Bill of Rights and the Constitution and stuff. But look, a couple little tweaks, we're in the same boat as you. So I hate to see you uproot your life and come here and find out it's no better in 6 months. This is a global takeover. You know, this is when they talk in the books, the New World Order and all this. It's here now. We're living, you know, a big moment in history. I don't want to say these are the end times, okay? But we're living in a biblical time in history. We have to stick together like we are right now. And you got to say your prayers. And you got to protect your family. And there's nowhere to go.
Katrina says, Chris Clark posted he talked in the hotel at Ottawa with the UK military. And then Caldette says, vaccine, it's proven. HIV, we've been guinea pigged.
We cannot read comments with that word in it, though.
Yeah, you got to say maple syrup. Do not say that. Actually is enough to get me thrown off of YouTube. So it's done. What's done is done, but we can't do
the V word?
Yeah, you can't say that.
Say it.
Okay. Geez, to the police that took part in yesterday's dictatorship are the ones that give good police a bad name. Stay strong.
Okay, now I got to chime in here, and please read in between the lines, okay? Last comment about the vax. That's not true. Nobody are guinea pigs, and I'm vaccinated. All my family's vaccinated, and you should get vaccinated too. Now let's move on.
But don't take the maple syrup.
But do not. But you say maple syrup. Do not say that word again.
And you don't take the maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody's taken it 4 times. Mike Eden was not a lunatic conspiracy theorist. He pre-warned us all, but MSM made us think he was.
There you go. I'm not totally familiar with that. But.
Mary, where are the conservatives? Why did they not take a stand for the truckers?
Mary, there are no conservatives. It's them against us. Conservatives, they're here so they can divide us with liberals and conservatives. Okay, once they're up, once they're in Parliament or they're in Washington, it's them against us. There's this is all show. It's professional wrestling.
Hey, y'all. Hello from BC. It's a comfort to know you are here, from Susan.
Oh, thank you, Susan.
And Kim says, what do you take from the Parliament reaction when questioned about the WEF? We see their reactions. Do they believe we are blind?
I think that they believe that the cattle are easily sidetracked, which in the past we've shown that we're easily sidetracked. And again, we're in a couple days away from being in a war with Russia, right? And look, if Russia does not nuke us, okay, the war is not real. But what the war will be, it's going to be a way for all of us to get together and threatened with them dropping nukes on us every day. So we get off this freedom thing. Okay. Because this is a problem. So please don't do like we've always done before, where we're easily sidetracked. Stay focused on the freedom. It doesn't matter if we're dodging missiles. We need our freedom.
Pamela says Nebraska and New Mexico have offered asylum to Canadian truckers, apparently. I read it in the news, so it must be true, smiley face.
Yeah, if you read it in the news. First of all, I can tell you New Mexico is just as screwed up as California, so I'd be very weary.
Mikey says, I agree. Say your prayers and protect your family.
That's all you got. You know, the money's going to come and go. Your job's going to come and go. If the family's the only thing that matters, and that's it.
Patty says no one should believe Trudeau. No one should believe Trudeau is jabbed. Guaranteed it was saline.
Yeah, I don't believe they are either. They're not going to do that. You think that they're gonna give him the maple syrup on TV? Suppose one of them conks out. That's the end of this. There's no way.
Scott said Quebec is on fire protesting, and all the fuzz are in Ottawa.
That's terrific. We'll see if
we
need some live feeds.
Grandma Mare is way behind. You can't talk.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Chuck says the last time the Emergency Act was implemented was 1933 by a guy named Hitler, who had a minority government. We all know how that worked out. And Bonnie says the government is deliberately bankrupting the world and changing cash into crypto. This is all about the new world order. Everything we are reacting to is just a distraction. Think bigger.
That's right, Bonnie.
Geez, to Canadians, take all of your money out of the banks. They prove they will take it and lock down all of your assets.
Exactly.
Alan, just park the trucks. They're not moving. Has the same effect. Love to our Canadian neighbors from Michigan.
Nice.
Let me see if I can get. Maddie says China targeted North America's universities to unleash a pro-totalitarian agenda. Would this not be a good place to start providing other narratives?
Yes, it would.
Shelley, I am an American who married a Canadian. I watched what happened and wept like a child. I love this country, but am so sad about what happened.
Oh, and what's doubly sad is if we had a real president, he could have stopped that in 2 seconds and say, "We're not trading with you, Canada. You can't do this to your people," and that would stop like that. But they're all on the same page, and when they're doing it to us in a couple months, nobody's going to stop that either.
Mm-hmm. Mike says, since the start of this protest, I've still only seen the one Nazi and Confederate flag, and that once was from the first day they were in Ottawa.
Yeah, no, there were no Confederates and Nazis around. We need to just stop that. You know, only the news will.
Why would there be Confederates in Canada?
Yeah, that's
Who
what
knows?
I said the first night. I said, "Oh, I didn't realize that Confederate was a big deal in Canada."
Cheryl, OTW here to DC. Please pray.
Absolutely.
CJ says CV fraud is being exposed, pharmaceutical stock tanking, insurance companies reporting up to 57% rise in deaths. Pfizer studies released soon.
Yep. Okay.
Janet,
Be
I've
careful
asked.
when you read those. You're going to get me blown off of YouTube.
Well, that's what I was trying to be careful.
Yeah.
Janet says
Go ahead.
I've asked 2 questions in caps and not answered.
Janet, we're doing the best we can. I'm not sure because she got that one. Where the
I'm reading all the ones that are. Danny, people that are mentally unstable may lose it in Canada, law enforcement, and that is scary.
Yes.
Denise, silver.
Silver, it takes a lot. If you got to run for it, you're going to have to rent a U-Haul to bring your silver with you.
Leland, the fuzz did not have their badges on, so are they real
the
fuzz?
real fuzz? Doesn't really matter if they don't get in trouble.
Pamela Joe, gold went up a bit, not much, maybe $100.
Yeah. It's a lie. You know, they're not going to let us have money. So.
Jennifer, where do you get gold?
Grandma Mare's the expert on that. Where do you buy your gold?
And then what about buying silver? You can buy all precious metals. There's different companies. JM is one. You have to set up an account. They also have silver. They have metal shops, like gold and silver shops, coin shops you can buy. You just have to be careful you buy from somebody reputable and make sure that they test the metal in front of you so that it tests out to be gold.
Yeah. What about silver? I am not a proponent of silver because you acquire a lot of you put $10,000 in silver, you're going to have to, that's going to fill your closet. You put $10,000 in gold, that's not even a bar.
Yeah, but the only good thing about silver, Grandpa Tone, is that you'll have smaller denominations if you're trading for something small, because if you have a gold bar, that you can't break down.
You can break gold down. It's soft. You can totally just chip
but the thing is if you got to make a run for it, you're not going to be able to bring your silver, but you can bring your gold.
Yeah.
That's my feeling.
Diana says, pray for U.S. truckers across America soon. Hope it happens. This is the beginning of hope. Thank you for your inspiration. Your family is fantastic.
I know. Grandpa Tone is very lucky. I have the best kid, the best grandkids, and the best wife of anybody anywhere.
Thanks, Grandpa Tone.
Yes.
Tara Lee says, what is the best tactic for making people see they have been duped?
Unfortunately, Tara, what Grandpa Tone has learned of 20 years of trying to get people to open their eyes, it's a waste of time. There are people that don't want to see it. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, for instance, they're asking about Pat King and they're asking about Tamara and all these people. And I've pointed them in the right direction. Look about 2 years ago in YouTube. Look about 2 years ago on Facebook. Those people that want to think what they want, it's not going to matter what they find. And you can't change minds. We're at a point where if you want to keep your freedom and you see what's going on, we have to stick together and not be divided anymore, not be divided by color, race, or religion or any of that. We have to stick together. And that's all we can do. You're not going to change minds.
Dean, U.S. and Canadians must unite as one to save our democracy and freedom.
All Western countries, especially Canada and the U.S. Absolutely.
Joan says, I would like to know where is the Queen in all of this. Oh, I forgot. She is sick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wade, Grandpa Tone and Grandma Mare, unthugs, no attachment to Canadian people. UN thugs, no attachment to Canadian people.
Yes. But Ottawa is signed up as a smart city. Almost every city in the United States and Canada is a smart city, and you need to look up what that is.
Geez, Angels, 100% agreed. We need to stand united together.
Yeah.
Cheryl says Biden and Trudeau's both hiding in basements.
Yes.
Bonnie, the free world is over.
To a degree, you're absolutely right.
Julie says buy silver. It's undervalued. It will go up in value.
Yeah, and as long as you don't have to make a run for it, that's great advice. I'm always thinking in terms of what happens if you got a bolt or you have to hide it from somebody.
Danny, power has gone to their heads. And David says we are in a global coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat, yes, that is true.
Let's see. Nettie, here in Europe, it's the same shit. The Great Reset.
That's exactly. There's nowhere to go.
Ricky, Trudeau's police, not the people's police. Ooh, a long one. Tina, Trudeau literally said truckers are Nazi extremists, terrorists, and the border agents then stopped truckers from getting through. Stop the terrorists. JT deemed the truckers terrorists, having to check their traveling schedule, slowing the supply chain. Why would a trucker feel safe driving in Canada if they are all considered Nazi extremists and terrorists? Cheryl, it's spiritual warfare.
No, yeah, this is a satanic agenda going on here, and you know we're on the right side of this. Okay, we're on the right side of this. Hey, Kiki.
She says hi.
Oh,
Bonnie,
we might have to start skipping through comments. We're really behind.
No, I know. I'm 30
okay,
minutes.
like I asked for everyone's patience. We have 1,100 people in here, and everybody's commenting, and I knew this was going to happen. Please, if you want your comment read fast, go to Rumble, sign up for an account. Katie will get you in and out. If you stay on Facebook and YouTube, you're going to have a wait, or it might not happen, and please don't be upset. I'll do another show, and we'll do it again.
We're just so far behind that the comments aren't going to be relevant to what we're talking about in 30 minutes.
I'm sorry about that. This was going to happen.
Paper money is over. We need to invest. David, will my debt go to zero?
No, believe me, they're not going to let you out of your debt.
Tom, brother, I just came back from Canada. I couldn't believe the love we all had for each other. I'm disgusted with the law enforcement, and thank you for all you're doing, and God bless you.
God bless you too, Tom, and everybody.
Michelle, I am literally scared out of my future, the future of our children, the future of our Canadians. This new world order is traumatizing. The government is messed up. Wish Justin and Christia need to resign.
Yeah, well, they're not going anywhere, and no justice is coming. Same thing in the United States. Nobody's in Gitmo.
Mike, when we went off the gold standard, they made it illegal for citizens to possess gold. Sorry.
Yeah, no, when they went off the gold standard, that ruined everything.
Tom, brother, I just came back from Ottawa, and I couldn't believe the amount of love we all had for each other.
Read that.
I guess he must have put it in again.
I think it's ends in God bless. He probably posted it twice. God bless you again, Tom. Double God bless you.
Mary, where to buy gold? I think I talked about
said
that.
J&M Bullion, right?
JM. Yeah, but there's a lot of coin shops. Brenda, without paper money, how are we going to buy food and things for our families?
You're going to be bartering, or you're going to be using precious metal?
Jennifer says, don't take money out of the bank, and she has something. I can't, I don't know what it is. So
we don't know what that is. We can't endorse it.
The convoy is part of the global plan, says Bonnie.
That's I've heard that. So.
Hey, Grandma Mary, do you want me to pull up the comments and you read them? Because I can pre-read while you're reading what you're currently reading.
It's okay. I'm just trying to get through. Like now, okay. I'm only half an hour behind. Pamela Joe, without our money, the banks are broke. Kim, where's Justin Trudeau? Where's our supposed prime minister? A leader that isn't there is no leader at all.
That's correct, Kim.
Tom, brother, I just can't. Oh, same one.
Okay.
Oh, keep up the good work. That might have been a different one.
Okay, thank you.
Hello from Ontario. Will they take real estate too?
Absolutely. What they'll end up doing, and they're going to do the same thing in the United States, is they're not going to take your property. They're going to tax you out of it so you can't afford it. And then they'll buy your house back for almost nothing.
Mary, they all want socialism. They have been in bed with China for years. We must all stand together and fight for our rights, in which we were given to us by God, not the government. Revelations is unfolding right in front of our eyes.
Mary, we're right in Revelations. I don't care what anybody says. My old podcast used to be called the End Times Podcast. I just thought it was too much of a downer.
And Deb asked us to do a shout out, which we did.
We did that.
Yeah. Brenda, a lot of truckers went to a hideout and a lot went to Quebec.
Okay. Rumble rant time.
Okay.
All right. Pamela says, that's Pamela. We will be here. Send USA love when it happens to you, XO. Cumpster says Fox showing Canadian slanted news right now, and sadly my neighbors believe in that media. I'm trying, folks.
No, I know you can't help people that don't want to see it. So in fact, It is a waste of all of our energy to try and talk to people that don't know any better. You're not going to look at, I have family, immediate family that don't listen to a word I say. For years, I've predicted stuff and it's happened and they still don't listen. They believe what they want to believe. It's time for us to focus our energy with each other, protecting each other, protect your family, forget everybody else.
Pamela said they took badges off to save them from harassment down the road, I suppose.
Absolutely.
D. Lampard said, is jmbullion.com the company you mentioned?
Is that it, Mayor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Pamela says the Queen never weighs in or intervenes Commonwealth countries' politics ever. She remains neutral and always has.
Okay, that's fine.
Bird's Eye says, Grandpa Tone, you have a great mind. I agree. This is a spiritual war. Love your show.
Well, thank you very much. No, I know it is. I know that we all found each other because, we all found each other at the same time. This is a holy thing. I'm nothing, but I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Happy Canadian says, my elderly client / friend was convinced our government wouldn't hurt us. She wouldn't even listen when I said they don't really care about us. They really don't. Happy Canadian, are you a hairdresser? Because you have a client that's also a friend. I'm a hairdresser.
Okay.
Next. KLPO says Honolulu plans to drop maple syrup / test mandate orders when it expires in 2 weeks for restaurants. At least that's what the news is saying from Ed.
We'll find out.
Pamela says Grandpa Tone for Prime Minister.
I'll do it. If you guys can work it out, I'll do it.
Do you have to be a natural born citizen, though?
I'll be dead in an hour. I'll become a citizen. I'll win. I'll be dead in an hour. But for that first hour, it's going to be nuts. I'm going to get rid of them all.
And then last comment, T-Shelf says, I'm with you, Grandpa T. Money raised has odor written all over it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
All right, Grandpa. So Mark says truckers don't have to regroup. The people are coming up by the thousands in major cities across Canada, which we did see.
That's terrific.
Michelle, I've been saying this stuff for years, but I'm a conspiracy theorist. The eyes in the skies are not for our protection as they have you believe.
Michelle, you're preaching to the choir. I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist, and I'm proud of it. I don't care. 90% of it's how it happened.
So Molly's confirming Monday's Family Day. It's a holiday. They're telling everyone not to go to work after Monday.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ruthie, good evening. Tomorrow's Family Day. It's a holiday. It's not over. They are situated somewhere on private property, the truckers.
Okay.
It's holiday in parts of Canada, so most of us won't be working anyway. Very convenient. Janice, I think the U.S. and Canada need to unite and fight together for our freedoms.
That's absolutely true.
Michelle, welcome to the communist country of Canada. Justin and Christy want emergency act, martial law to be permanent.
Oh, and don't be surprised when it is. Don't be surprised.
Just getting through the comments. There are a lot of people are just talking amongst themselves. Jane,
that's good.
They have scared the Americans out of protesting after January 6th.
I don't think so. The Americans here, when there's protests, people raid Nordstrom's rack and burn down buildings and get away with it. So
no, but those that's just the left turning people loose on everybody. But we'll see what happens. I'm very disappointed in the United States and I don't know.
Pete says CTV, CBC, CBS, CNN, Global, all these news stations should be closed down for the lies they spread. They are part of the problem.
Yeah, but they are bought and paid for by the same elites that want to take our freedom away. You cannot listen to the news, even the stuff you want to hear. See, you'll turn on, not you, but people will turn on Fox News and think, oh yeah, Sean Hannity's telling me the truth. Okay. It's no different. Okay. They're all crooked. I would say the only one the closest is to real news is Tucker Carlson. The rest of them, it's all the same. They all push the vax, don't they? Except Tucker Carlson.
Chuck says they shot a reporter. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, could be.
Jennifer says people knelt. The cops took him out.
No, the cops are no good. The fuzz is no good. You know, I'm not saying every fuzz, but 90%.
Cheryl says, so very grateful and proud of the convoys.
Yeah, man, Grandpa Tone too.
Michelle, will the Emergency Act pass no matter what?
Oh God, in the private chat, I missed a bunch of stuff, didn't I? Anne Marie, there's something. Go ahead, keep reading. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking out loud.
Scott said, agreed. Canadians needed to push back. They could have peacefully pushed back. They can't arrest us all.
Yeah, that's exactly that. We have the numbers. Like I've said in the past, if all the insects got together, they could take over the world in like an hour, right? But you know, they can't communicate with each other. If we could all forget about all our differences and just say, you know, we just want freedom. We can all get on the same page. Doesn't matter which color, religion, whatever. We all just want freedom. This would be over in a weekend. But you're not going to just sit there and the cops are going to leave you alone and it's all going to magically happen. That's not going to happen. It's not going to change anything in the world, unfortunately.
Sarah says, hello from Antigonish, Nova Scotia. I'm so ashamed of how Trudeau has called out so much insults and name calling.
Yes. It's terrible.
Steve says, people sat down, the fuzz just grabbed them, so we figured it would be better to stand up to make it tougher.
Yes.
And then there's a Carol, hi from Texas.
Hi, Carol. We're in Texas.
We're here too, Carol. Betty says, only 5 provinces celebrate Family Day: Alberta, BC, New Brunswick, Ontario, and Saskatchewan. In Manitoba, it is Louis Riel Day, and in PE, it's Islander Day.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Cheryl, Rumble link, please. That does not require personal address, etc. Already on there, but I went to the link. It required too much.
What now? What'd she say? I'm sorry.
She needs a Rumble link.
Okay, here. Let me give you. I think I have it here.
I'll post the link to the show.
Okay,
I
just
got
post
it.
the link. Okay, thank you. Grandpa Tone can't do 2 things at once. I apologize.
No, you need to just do your show.
Okay, well that's what Grandpa Tone's been saying. Okay,
I'm going to read some Rumble comments.
Okay, go. Rumble.
Oh, I thought you were posting a link.
Oh, I already did it.
Oh, okay.
UN
Wait,
Fuzz. I put it in the comments.
Did you do it in StreamYard?
No, I did it in the comments in StreamYard so everyone could see it and copy it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Thank you.
John Perry says UN Fuzz wouldn't have badges. Also thinks some probably straight out of jail. A group of them were trying to break into the cafe today, threatening owners inside because owners saw them beating a woman yesterday.
Yes.
Brandy said, hello, Grandpa Tone.
Hi, Brandy.
KLPO said, is there live feeds for any of the protests live right now?
There probably are some. I would have to go search. Offhand, I don't have them right now.
Brandy says Quebec troops are on their way. Lorraine says people need to realize no peaceful protest has ever changed anything. You need to shut down all of the economy. A countrywide walkout for change stands firm. Then change. Get the elites in the pocketbook.
That's you're speaking Grandpa Tone's language.
Brandy says it's Bonnie here. I have been watching Coach and it's still PC against the Liberals, ABD, NDP.
There you go. Yeah, Brandy is Bonnie, by the way.
Oh, okay. John Perry says, shot her with a gas canister in the leg because Justin Trudeau has a vendetta against her with Rebel News.
Could be.
Brandy says Trudeau has vanished. He's not in Canada, apparently.
Yeah, who knows where he is? Okay, I'm going to play a quick commercial.
Last
Go
comment.
ahead.
You can play it.
Go.
They shot the reporter in the leg with a rubber bullet, says Michelle.
Oh, okay. All right. If you like the show, feel free to donate. The link is at the bottom of the screen. Personally, I don't know how you could look at this dog and not donate to the show. What kind of a person are you? Okay, we're back. We got to play that.
All right. My turn?
It's your turn,
Yes.
Grandma Mare.
Okay, Kim said, I'm asking again about the WEF. What is happening with that? I posted a question about that. It seems to have vanished. If it hasn't, please don't repeat. If it has, please share. WEF is involved, and no, we will not accept that.
Yeah, no, that's they're not going to get into it with you, and they're going to tell you that's conspiracy. So they're just going to bypass it, and maybe they did wipe it off. Because they do go through the comments and they will wipe off stuff that they don't like.
Truck Fudo. David says 97% of us are iodine deficient. Look up Dr. David Brownstein on YouTube. The elites have removed most of the iodine from our food products 30 plus years ago. That's when cancer rates started rising, along with thyroid disease, infertility, lower IQs, etc.
Yeah, we actually take iodine on and off. We've done that.
P.S. We can't be violent back.
No, that's the problem, David, is you can't be violent back. They make the rules. So, you know, we're in a tough position. And for sure, you cannot say on a live stream that you can't be violent, you know, so it's a tough deal.
Kim says JT never does anything by the book. Ethically speaking, breaks all laws.
They all do. Here, I just want to put this. If you want to donate to the show and use Buy Me a Coffee, that's a website, buymeacoffee.com/Grandpa Tone. Or if you're in Rumble, you can just hit the money bag if you're on an Android or PC. Go ahead.
Sandy, love you guys so much. You're awesome.
Thank you, Sandy.
Just trying to get down.
All caps for posts, please.
There you go.
Good job, McBug.
I'm following your comments. Sorry.
Freedom George was arrested also. Pat King is still in jail till Tuesday. Then he goes in front of the judge.
I don't think people understand what held on bail means unless it's different in Canada. Because people are saying he's held on bail till Tuesday. Held on bail means you've already been bailed out, right? You can't be held on bail.
No, you could be held without bail. I'm not sure the legalities in Canada. That's why I just kind of trust what they say.
Diane says, second night here. Love from Oshawa, Ontario.
Love you back, Diane. Thank you.
Loretta, I caught a Facebook strike for saying Freedom George was being arrested in comments.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I know they go through the comments and look, I have told everybody now's a good time to say it. Get on Rumble, get on my Rumble channel, because you're going to come here one day and it's going to be gone. I get 1 million views every 3 days, and that's not going to be okay for long. And that's being shadow banned. I don't even know what I'd do if they didn't mess with me. So you've got to get on Rumble. Otherwise, this will be dead. This will be dead very soon.
Mike says Washington, D.C. is already erecting barriers even before the U.S. convoy starts.
Yeah.
Freedom George said $20,000 just for Pat to have a bail hearing.
Okay.
Oh, so in Canada, you have to pay bail to have a bail hearing?
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
Pamela Joe says, where's all the money that's been raised? Are they grifting the good people who donated? Curious minds want to know.
Yeah, Pamela, you and I have to talk off the air on that because, look, you know, you don't want to come off like rubbing salt in the wound, but not just this. Every Black Lives Matter, you can name the cause. Okay, the grifters are there, and this is no different.
Oh, hey, Grandpa Tone, Anne Marie, just breaking news: a reporter is being shot right now.
Is that you mean like right at this very second they're being shot?
Anne Marie said that a minute ago. Reporter being shot. Someone tell Grandpa Tone.
Oh, okay. Does she have a link? Tell her I'm doing terrible. I don't know what the links are.
She does have a link. The link is right here.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pull it up right now. Give me a sec. Okay. There we go.
Or maybe she meant that it was the link for the reporter being shot, but that's the link.
Okay, so I think we've talked about this. If you guys want to see it, it looks like we have it on film.
She's just shot in the leg, right? It's not like it's going to be a
It's not like
bloodbath.
she's going to be dead. No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Here, let me
'cause
pull
she
it
didn't
up.
die.
Okay, hang in there. I'm going to probably have to rewind it as usual. I'm a little slow.
There it is.
Can I
Okay,
read it?
hold
Oh.
on. Here, just read the comments while we watch her get shot.
I'm
Okay,
doing
go
it.
ahead.
Wait.
Gentlemen.
So let's get a look at this. There's the shot. Look, there it is. Clear as day. He was probably looking for a bounce. And they hit her. Now listen. Reloading. Reach. Second shot. There's the smoke trail. Right there. It's clear as day. That's waist high. He intentionally shot her in the pelvis.
Well, yeah, and then he dropped his gun. That looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a gun. That's not.
It could have been rubber bullets, but that definitely was a gun, and then
Yeah.
he dropped it.
Enforcement. Aside from the
Oh,
majority
God, that's
of what they're doing
terrible.
up there,
Mhm.
protesters,
All right, so now we know.
I'm not going to get into all that right now.
Okay, well there we go.
Oh my gosh.
That is
That's terrific.
well,
It is.
you know, look at everybody's got to get ready because that's how it's going to be for all of us. And you know, it didn't hit me till last night because this was the Canadians' first big protest. You know, they only basically got 100% freedom in the 80s. And I didn't really realize that. You know, for us, you know, we have protests every 5 minutes. The cops go nuts. They drop tear gas, rubber bullets, the whole deal, right? This happens all the time here. And I didn't realize our poor Canadian brothers and sisters thought when they protested peacefully that somebody would listen to them, that they get to go to the table and negotiate. They didn't realize that the politicians and elites, they turn the cops on you when you do that. So I woke up really upset today because they were blindsided. It's terrible.
All right, some Rumble comments. Alan says, sorry, the comments keep moving. No wonder the UFOs don't want to come here and invade. Our world is messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And any UFO that comes down that deals with us, you know they're bad news because who would deal with us?
Patricia says, I want your dog, heart. So cute.
Oh, my Dottie. You can't have my
Pamela says, can you give me the Cliff Notes version of what the WEF is in simple terms, please? Or should I just Google it?
Just Google it in its simplest and try and make it concise because I'll talk too much. It'll take a half an hour.
Nikki says, I'm concerned that given Americans can carry guns, the U.S. convoy could get messy. People in America just don't go around shooting people because they have guns.
So, you know, here's the thing you have to understand is Americans talk. It's a big difference having a gun, and it's a big difference shooting another human being. So don't worry about that. They don't have the guts to shoot anybody.
Brandy 070 says someone has to put a surety to get on bail. So you have to put money down.
Okay, well there you go.
Lewis Bob says, hey, from Minnesota, will they mess with the electricity? They did in the United States last year. Spirited says Pat King has $100,000 bail. If he can get the money, he will be released on Tuesday. Freedom George's bail hearing was remanded until Tuesday. You don't have to pay to have a bail hearing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bob Lewis says, why is nobody investigating chemtrails?
Oh, well, they've admitted they do chemtrails. They call it geoengineering now.
Pamela says the lady from Rebel News was shot yesterday in the leg by a tear gas canister. She was back on the front line an hour later. Yeah, that looked like a gun, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
And John says that shooting was on Saturday. Kim,
by the way, we listened to the press conference from the police today. they said this. This is why I named it "The Police Are Lying About the Protesters." They said that not one person was hurt by the protesters. Not one person. No, not one. Yeah, not one protester was hurt by the fuzz. That the horse stomping on the woman was photoshopped, which they don't even realize. You don't alter film with Photoshop. And you would need a green screen room to do that because I work with that all day. So, but they lied and said nobody's been harmed and the protesters were terrible. And it's unbelievable that they, in this day and age where everybody's got a phone, that they could do that is just unbelievable to me.
Okay, I got like 5 more comments I got to get through quick. Kim T says, I would love for you to do an interview with Chris Scott from Whistletop Cafe. He was very instrumental on the convoy. He speaks very well and very truthfully. Yes, I would like to talk to him because I have no dirt on him, but I have dirt on the others. And I would like to talk and find out how this all happened. Pamela says there are several videos from different angles. The guy that shot the reporter in the leg looks happy about doing it. Yo, I know. Oh, and also with some of the people at the top, and I've sent you to look, one of them pretended he was a vet, or they pretended they were a vet, and was taking money pretending they were a vet. One of your leaders in this. So our Claude there said that's what I meant yesterday when I said we are naive. And then Pamela said tear gas launchers look like guns. Maybe. Could be. I think a tear gas canister is a lot bigger than a bullet, but maybe I'm not sure. I don't know. And then two more comments. Our Cordair says, "Remember, media tells Canadians that U.S. citizens shoot everybody. Yeah, that doesn't happen." Look, there's a big difference in having a gun and having a closet full of ammo, and actually shooting a human. And I'll tell you this: people that shoot other people don't talk about it. So. People pounding their chest talking about they have guns, they're not going to do anything. We don't have an epidemic of people shooting each other here, though. No, that's all propaganda. And Billy says good night, good evening, y'all. And now, hey, Billy, I'm caught up on comments. Okay, Grandma Mare, I'm sure you're 2 hours behind.
Oh, yeah. Let's get on it. Maddie, it's interesting that Trudeau seized the bank accounts of innocent citizens while it doesn't seize the accounts of known Chinese fentanyl dealers, especially knowing the harm it does to Indigenous youth in Canada and the U.S.
Yeah, yep. They don't care. And also, if you have made several comments, don't comment for a while and give other people a chance, because tonight, we've probably had 40,000 people in and out of here. So yeah, and we're going to have to start just picking and choosing the relevant comments. And I don't want to do that. We'll never catch up. Yeah, so we're there. There's too many. If you've had 2 or 3 read, just, go ahead, man.
I'm scared they're going to set American truckers up for something. Kind of worried about that.
They probably will.
The fuzz arrested all of the live streamers. Ooh, says Steve. Leland wish JFK Jr. was here. Bonnie, 50% of the government is with the WEF. And Monica says, I'm concerned that the American trucker convoys could get violent, given many are armed.
Don't worry about that. Now, this you can know, the CIA and the FBI will infiltrate the convoy, and they will start trouble, but nobody will, no real truckers will do anything. In the United States, every time you see something get out of hand, they always work for the FBI or the CIA in the end. You just don't find out for 3 years.
Sebastian, we have to stop the economy. All truckers should park their trucks and not work. That will bring the economy to a standstill, plain and simple.
You're preaching to the choir.
Big banks in Canada are all offline. Big influx of people closing accounts in federal banks.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm going through the comments and reading through them because we got to get through these. We're so far behind.
Okay, but whenever you do that, then I can't bring up comments.
Oh, so I was hoping I could just bring them up. You could just read them on the screen.
Maddie, the SEALs and Force recon Marines I've met in the U.S., will they turn on citizens like Canadian police?
Oh, absolutely.
Silver is more easily bartered and used in a SHTF scenario. That's kind of what
Pamela,
I was saying too.
Well, then you're going to need an extra truck to bring your silver, because that's my point. You can always whittle off a piece of gold easy, but just don't leave it in paper. So that's the main thing.
We should all shut our truckers down from all over. Let's see. I was born and raised in a communist country. I do remember the Soviet occupation in '68. I know what is happening in the U.S. and what is coming. American people don't pay attention. Many don't want to know at all. Many hoping one day all the oppressiveness will just disappear. Very sad and disappointing and tragic.
Yes.
So where is the safest place to live?
That's the problem, Vanessa. In the new world, it's one world. It's a new world order, a one world government. It's not like our family that came here from other countries as immigrants. This is the first time in history. There's nowhere to go.
Ed says research pine needle tea, also warwood tea. Hope it helps.
Okay, we'll do that.
World Economic Forum.
Yes.
You are so right, says Carol.
Okay.
Also, God is not happy.
No, I agree with that.
Bob, there's been an offer of asylum from some states for those facing persecution on their financial assets.
Okay.
I am new to the channel. Lori here.
Hi, Lori.
I appreciate everybody not making comments. There's a lot that I don't have to read. Leanne, connection between the elites, including JT, to Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell and the tropical paradise.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
God help us.
That's it, Carol.
Mm-hmm. Some amens going on.
No, that's it. And, this is a good and evil thing. Say your prayers, take care of your family. And, I'm nothing special, but I say my prayers every night, and I've made plenty of mistakes, and I have no right to say anything, but right now, this is a say your prayers type moment.
Ed says, listen to Alex Jones on InfoWars, tomorrow's news today. Julie, they're going to set off a nuclear weapon off the coast in New York. They want to create a water event to bring the UN control. I can show proof.
I don't doubt it, and because that the UN thing is happening. That's in Agenda 2030. By Agenda 2030, you're going to have your one world government, and we're all slaves living in 400 square foot boxes. And you really need to start researching that, because that is coming.
Bob says, I believe the whole denial of the Liberal Party to even open a dialogue with the convoy was all a sham. They took this convoy and used them to invoke the Emergency Act and put into permanent law. Before its expiration, the right to control every citizen's financial assets. They are so many steps ahead.
Look, and that's a reality, Bob. That you look. I've been, a conspiracy nut my whole adult life. And, sure, the conspiracy part of me says, hey, look, this is all planned. This is not real. It's real to those guys, the truckers that are freezing in the snow, but the orchestration of it, it's all planned. But you know what? When you have an opportunity for your freedom, you have to take it, and you have to put the time in anyway, and you have to suffer and hope it works out. But, that's always a possibility that it's all orchestrated. So what are you going to do? But but the one thing we can do is pray, take care of your family. All of us stick together. For as long as I have a platform, you have somewhere to come and say whatever you want to say and not get judged.
Chuck says, just so you know, the first thing Justin did when he became PM was to give the rights to the banks to take your money if they got into trouble.
We have the same thing in the United States.
Politicians are all sleeping in the same bed.
Same bed. No, that's exactly. It's them against us. It's them against us. It's a good and evil thing, and they're evil.
Ed wanted to clarify wormwood tea.
Okay, we'll try it.
I'm just trying to get through. See,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
any
I'm
more
sorry we're so
comments?
backed up.
A lot of people are talking amongst themselves, which is awesome. Will the act pass in Ottawa Tuesday, no matter what?
You know what? There's really no reason to vote on it now. They took care of it. But don't worry. They will do it so it doesn't happen again.
Kim says yes. Cheryl says 9+ grandbabies here and will die to protect them.
That's where I'm at. You know, I'm going to fight. I'm going to see this thing through because I want my grandkid and my daughter. She's only 26. I want them to be able to screw their life up just like Grandpa Tone got to.
That's right. Kim said, I see. Okay, I'll ask my original question appropriately. What is your response to Parliament's reaction to the fuzz question that was asked a day ago when they said they couldn't hear him, but the opposition said it was misinformation?
Yeah, look, we already know. So they're not okay. I know what you want them to do is when they ask the question, you want them to admit, yeah, that's exactly what's going on. They're never going to do that. In the United States, we see screens freeze, feeds drop. They're never going to admit. They're never going to admit there is no justice coming. There's no truth coming for anybody. All we can do is get our freedom back. If we have our freedom, we have everything God told us that we get when we get birthed on this earth. Okay. You're promised freedom, the ability to choose right and wrong. Okay. Well, I want that back and I want it back now.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Jeff said, help me understand. You believe we should all blindly take maple syrup because that is the one thing that we can trust the government on?
No, Jeff.
No,
I think it's so far behind.
You're supposed to take the vaccine, but you don't take the maple syrup. Wink, wink. We're trying not to get kicked off Facebook.
Yeah, you cannot talk about the vaccine in anything other than the mainstream media narrative. So, maple syrup.
And you don't get that maple syrup.
Yeah, we use the code word maple syrup.
Sue asked, if they pass the bill Monday, what more can the government do that they haven't done this weekend?
Well, my guess would be you should probably look up some history on when Hitler started to take over Germany, how that went.
Oh, Lordy, that's terrible, I thought. Betty, they are now starting to push a 4th dollop of maple syrup, but they also say that it still doesn't work on the new flavor of pancake. I think it would just stick to the all-natural bacon and the D. I don't know, but I love that.
I love that, Betty. That's probably the best post we've ever had on the maple syrup.
Is Mexico a safer place to be?
You know what? Grandpa Tono, he says, I can get along because, I have I have some interesting family. And I always say that I could get along probably better with the cartel than the politicians.
Well, at least in Mexico, you can pay
I know where the cartel's coming from. I know where the cartel's coming from.
Yeah, that's true. CJ, Prince Charles is all in on the Great Reset.
They all are.
Mm-hmm. Cam, engineered food shortage.
It's coming.
Uh-huh. Tracy, Ottawa will now be a ghost town. No one will want to go there now. Hope they will be happy.
They will be happy, Tracy. They don't care. And another scary thing in the United States, Bill Gates owns 80% of the farmland in the United States, by the way. And you can look that up. While you're looking up some of the leaders of the truckers, you can look up Bill Gates and what he owns 80% of our farms.
Susan says, yay, glad there are so many here.
Yes,
and
we're doing
good. And then Rose says, spiritual and numbers mean everything to them. They have to tell us what they're going to do before they do it.
That's called sigil magic, Rose. It's called sigil magic, and that's in their satanic spells that they do. They have to tell you, for instance, that the maple syrup doesn't work. The maple syrup is not going to stop you from the pancakes, okay? And then you do it anyway. And that's how the satanic, it's called sigil magic, that they tell you whatever it is fake, and then you ask for it anyway.
I love that. It's coming down to a red dawn time, evil versus good.
No, we're here now. We're here now. And we all have to stick together and know you're not alone in this. And tomorrow when you post something and nobody gets back to your post and you think, am I the only one with the brain? Okay. No, we all are on the right side of this. And there's plenty of us. They just make it seem like nobody gets it.
CJ says, don't we have bank insurance for accounts?
Yeah, if the federal government wants to bail them out, yes.
Well,
If
and
they
it's
don't,
also only up to a certain amount. Like when Goldman Sachs shut down a couple years ago.
yeah, it's only up
it
to like
was-
40,000.
I think it was 250,000 per account, but it probably could be less than that.
Yeah, but that's only if the federal government gives the okay to do that. It's federally insured. So if the federal government says no, we're not doing it, then you don't get the money. And Anna's here. Hello, sending you love.
Sending love to you all.
We're sending it back to you too. Anna.
Cheryl says it's all in Revelations.
That's exactly. And the crap out of Revelations is because I know a little bit about Revelations. You know what it doesn't say? It doesn't say an orange guy's going to save us. It doesn't say a tracker rally's going to save us. It's all there. So if you believe it, look, we have to try. And we have to try and put this off, as far as we can. And so, it's not just, close the shutters and hide. But I looked it over. It doesn't say anything about a trucker rally is going to save us.
Cheryl says, our Lord says, do not fear.
Yeah, I agree.
Kim says, and stop buying made in China crap.
The tough part is, you're not going to have a lot of stuff because we've given everything to China. They make almost everything.
David, are there no protests in China?
No, because they just kill them. They just run tanks over them when that happens.
Amy, they won't take away American citizens' right to bear arms without a fight.
Amy, I hope you're right, but you know what? I just watched the United States lock everybody up in their house, and everybody did it. So they're not going to go house to house and take your guns. They're going to have some crazy reasons. The aliens say if you turn our guns in, they're going to get rid of cancer. It'll be some insane thing, and people will probably fall for it, just like they fell for the mask and the maple syrup.
Scott says, give me 3 things I should do to protect my family right now.
Right now, to protect your family, number 1, you can protect your family by not letting them get indoctrinated in public school. You got to sit with your kids every night when they get home from school and find out what did they learn. Okay? Tell your kids you don't have to wear a mask. This is not real. I mean, the pandemic is real and stuff, but we all know the single-ply masks don't work. And you have to deprogram them every day after they've been lied to. You have to deprogram them. I do this with my 5-year-old granddaughter all the time. We watch.
Oh, who, by the way, from school came home with a mask from the treasure box. It was the prize she chose.
Okay.
What?
Well, now you know how good that works. Okay.
Oh,
So,
Lord.
The way you can protect your family is try not to let them get brainwashed. You can protect your family that, when the government wants them to do stupid things like take maple syrup and stuff, that you do not comply. And if we all know, the problem is if you just don't comply, it's a problem. If I just don't comply, it's a problem. We all have to start not complying. Just no to everything. And, that's a start. And say your prayers. I know everybody thinks that praying doesn't do anything. They'll tell you that on TV all the time. Oh, praying doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It does do something. You know how Grandpa Tone knows that? Because the first thing they did during this pandemic is they said no church. Is they're making us stand 6 feet apart, sending us $600. A lot of sixes going on, but you can't go to church. Okay? So in the satanic agenda, they want to keep us out of church. So praying does make a huge difference. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but that's what I got.
Sandy says, absolutely don't listen to troublemakers. Life is hard enough. You're awesome, Grandpa.
Thank you.
Everything, everywhere until Trudeau is removed and mandates dropped.
Yes.
Okay. Hi and love, peace, and unity.
Hello.
Trudeau has a 3-year bachelor degree in literature, not exactly leader material. Who maneuvered him into power?
There you go.
Wasn't his dad?
Well, his dad
First
was,
Trudeau.
yeah, I mean, it's a club. So, like the Bushes, Big Bush and Little Bush, it's a club.
Big Bush and Little Bush.
Scott, hit the like button, people. Thank you. We appreciate. And David said it's not a conspiracy theorist, but a conspiracy realist.
No, look, David, not every conspiracy. There are some loony ones, okay? But I would say 70% of them, they're all true. Cheryl, the Bible is the real news. That's exactly right, Cheryl. It's in Revelations. We know what's going to happen, okay? We know that the Babylon whore is the Statue of Liberty. We know this. It's all there.
Media is the third party of the government.
Absolutely.
And Bonnie says, Pops, you take the words right out of my mouth.
Thank you.
Norma, would it be wise for the truckers to quit moving goods?
Yeah, like I said, I would stock up now. I am 100% prepared to raid the cabinets for a month with no food to get our freedom back.
This might be a troll. I think someone called you a nut bar.
Okay, well, hey, Daryl, leave another comment. If it's mean, you're gone.
I decided to let you know.
Thank you. I'm glad. Maybe he's saying we should get nut bars too, so you don't know.
We have so many ways to communicate today. Never take a knee to tyrants, says Pamela.
No, that's exactly.
And Janelle says the scary thing is there are FEMA camps everywhere.
Oh, Janelle, that's the truth. I used to say, I took it out today, but I used to say, see you at the internment camp, because I know that's where Grandpa Tone's going to end up.
Jim says sit in like the Vietnam protests.
Yes, and what happened to them? They get their butts kicked. So that's the part of protesting the Canadians need to learn is if you don't want to get your ass kicked, I understand 100%. But if you're going to do that, you have to know what you're in store for. And because this is the program, welcome to freedom. Because that's they turn the cops on you each and every time you protest. And people from the U.S. can chime in and let you know that that's true.
Chuck says, Rebel reporter girl, when they were clearing out the protesters, there is a video on it.
We just played it.
Grandpa Tone, what is your opinion of U.S. truckers going to D.C.? I'm concerned it's a setup.
No, going to D.C., Amy, I think is stupid. You want clog the bridges between Canada and the U.S., like the Windsor Bridge, like they did. Now, that would be something real that would do something. As they found out in Ottawa, symbolic protests, they don't do anything. You have to shut down the economy. And I think it's an absolute setup. And I think what they're going to do is do exactly what Trudeau did, declare. Well, we're always in a state of emergency, by the way. If you don't know that, every president, the first thing they do every year, like whenever it re-ups, is they continue that we're in a state of emergency. So we really don't have freedom. We just think we do. But then I think they're going to just unleash on us after this. It's going to get ugly. And the thing is the truckers should know better. The people that put this on should know better. So we have to be very weary that this is a setup. And, okay, our Canadian brothers and sisters, I go all in. I'm with you 100%. Now, this is my country. So now I'm going to talk to my people with reality. This is probably a setup. So we need to be prepared.
Michelle asked, do you predict if Emergency Act will pass?
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to pass it because this whole thing is to destroy Western countries. And that's Australia, Canada, United States, New Zealand, all that. It's going to get ugly for us.
David says, just to correct this one, the people who ran the coffee shop was harassed by the fuzz today because they gave $250 to the truckers fund.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, this is just a taste of what's coming.
Janice says Trudeau may now be afraid to appear in public. Ha.
Yeah, but you know what? What's that matter if we don't have our freedom? That kind of stuff, I just don't care anymore if he's scared or he's not scared or what. We need our freedom.
Jim says they should fake it, the truckers, and park them.
They should just put them on the bridge and throw the keys in the water. That's what they should do. I mean, that would be a great moment. All the trucks pull up, the truckers grab their keys, and they throw them in the water. And then they just get taken away, and the trucks stay.
Are some cops stepping back?
So far, one.
Pamela Joe says, all I can say is y'all better start getting your houses in order, stock your pantries. I thought that said panties for a minute.
Yeah,
I was going to say not appropriate, Pamela.
Wow, Pamela.
Fred, they brought in people from the UN to control the crowd.
I'm sure they did. They've been waiting to do this.
And Pam loves Rumble.
Thank you, Pam.
Erica, just heard only the mainstream media are allowed to report in Ottawa. No independent news allowed.
Yes, that's correct.
Great.
All right.
David, we watched in real time as the people were run down by the horses. Not fake at all.
No. We're watching the Western world. Just, we've been watching it in the United States. They've been demolishing the United States, with the open border, letting gas go through the roof, shutting down the pipeline. I mean, they've made every bad decision they could possibly make. And they're just dismantling the United States. Now they're dismantling Canada. They're dismantling Australia. They're dismantling New Zealand. And we're in a lot of trouble, guys.
Patrick says, Grandpa and Grandma, if you have a bunker, please invite me.
No, we don't. We're gonna tough this out with everybody else. We got nowhere to go.
Bob says, I did. I told you to get a Canadian account and gave you an ad. It just cost me $33 to buy you $25 in coffee.
Oh, Bob, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I got that. What, did you do that?
Do you want to say thank you for the coffee? Has anyone bought you coffee?
Yes, I do. That is so nice. I appreciate it. Bob, that is more than nice. And
it cost him $33 to buy that?
Yes, the problem is and also, Bob, I did.
How's that fair?
I set it up, and after I set it up, it said all I could do was send money. I couldn't get money, and I just gave up. I go, just forget it. So thank you very much. That's nice. No, it's more than nice. The donations. Not only does it financially help, it mentally helps too. So I appreciate it.
Janet says they are voting for the Emergency Act regardless.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely. That's going to happen. So you got to wrap your mind. I said it when everybody said a week ago, it'll never happen. I said it's going to happen for sure. So you got to wrap your mind around it.
And Jeffrey says, how many signatures are needed to invoke a non-confidence vote in Canada?
It doesn't matter how many you need. We did it in California, and Newsom didn't go anywhere. So you got to stop that. We got to figure out how to keep our freedom because nobody is going anywhere.
Let's see. Jennifer says, why won't anyone talk about WEF?
Okay. You mean in your government? Because here they're all on the program. I mean, they're not going to talk about it, when you bring it up in Parliament or in Washington or whatever. But you can right now, Klaus Schwab has Young Global Leaders, which is the same. It's all the people that are in it. And I mean, it's common knowledge. So you can go there right now and you can look up your Parliament. They're all listed on there. So anyways, it's the same thing.
John says soon food will be short. People should look into wild edible plants and build communities. this is going to just keep getting darker as the evil tyrants stay in power. It was destined since its inception in 1776.
Look, yeah, this has been coming. I mean, since civilization began, this has been coming. So, I don't know what to say. Grandpa.
Oh, Patrick. Oh, geez.
Patrick, thank you. Grandpa is a very smart man. Love him. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. I can't. I think probably Grandma Mare wouldn't even read that. Probably.
Pamela says, take your kids out of the public indoctrination centers.
I mean, and that's
schools.
That's one way that I think to protect your kids. But that's a tough deal if you got to work all day. You can't leave your kids home alone.
Well, Grandma Mare, it sounds like you might need to start homeschooling June.
Yeah, that's what McBook's been wanting that the whole time. But no, I mean, unfortunately or fortunately, if we live in biblical times, and it's going to be tough, and we have to get mentally prepared. The good news is we're on the right side of this. Okay, I absolve you from all the racism, homophobia, and everything that they've told you that you are that make you feel guilty. Okay, no, you're not. Okay, you're on the right side of this. This is a good and evil thing, and you have to stop listening to the news, and you have to start listening to these idiot politicians, because this is it's real simple. This is a God against devil, a good against evil, and we're on the right side of this. And even on the days that you're sure that's not what's happening, it's happening.
Belinda says, have you seen the new UN statue?
No, let me look it up while Grandma Mare reads.
Dee says that coffee shop let everyone in without masks, but what happened today was coffee shop owners stepped outside to stop police from roughing a woman up. 20 minutes later, they came banging on the owner's door. That's terrible.
We are caught up with comments.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
helping.
Oh,
you're
guys,
right. That was
so
easy.
Much. Here, hold on one sec. Here's the statue.
And now,
UN sculpture looks like the end of times beast referred to in Daniel 7 and Revelations 13. Grandpa Tony's going to pull that up. And
oh no.
Oh yeah, Grandma Mary, you're going to be crapped out in a second.
Oh,
that's okay. I'm going to pull it up. There it is. Can everyone see that?
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Yes.
Oh,
so there you go.
And there was already some predictive programming in Coco because it looks like the Alebrije in Coco.
There you go. And also, as Grandpa Tone has said before, and since every time we get a big group in here, Grandpa Tone always likes to talk about this. I will show you what the Pope's audience hall looks like. They show the Vatican all the time. And when they show the Vatican, they're always in St. Peter's Square and all this. Okay, this is the Pope's audience hall, and I'm going to pull it up right now. Okay, does anybody know what the Pope's audience hall looks like? Oh, that's a snake. There's the two eyes. There's the fangs in the middle. There's the scales on the roof. The Pope's audience hall is a snake head. The Pope gives mass in a snake head, in a serpent. Okay, just like the rest of the world, the Vatican worships the serpent as well. So if you can't trust your Catholic Church, who can you trust? And I'm Catholic. I'm Italian and Catholic. When they say someday the Catholics stand up, we're going to kill you, I'm going to stand up because I receive confirmation and stuff. But I don't do what the Vatican tells me. They worship the serpent.
All right. I got a ton of Rumble comments to get through now.
Okay, go ahead, Rumble. Rumble me. Rumble at me now.
Overtech says 60% of the population are in the cart getting their government cheese, so we can't win.
That's it. Well, you know, we can try and put it off as long as we can.
Spirited said, just curious how long you guys plan on taking. Sorry, the comment moved. You plan on talking about Canadian freedom stuff on your platform. Just curious what the next story will be. You now have a lifelong follower. I hope you stay here.
Oh, no. Look, I'm here for good. And we're going to talk about freedom for all of our countries for as long as everybody wants freedom. Now, we'll have, at some point, we're going to have some fun once in a while. But this, right now, they're taking freedom away from Western countries. Okay. And we got to have a place to come. My show has been a support group since the first day. And Pamela and Fudge can verify that. And It's going to stay a support group for people that want freedom for as long as until we have our freedom and nobody cares.
Overtax says the United States issue isn't Russia, it's China because of Taiwan.
Absolutely.
Ginger says, did anyone do the St. Valentine's Day paperwork at your local DA for Rick Martin? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. No.
Overtext says, don't worry about it. I was telling him I was way far behind on the comments. Lewis says 11 grandkids will also die to protect. Lewis says he has 11 grandkids and he'll die to protect them.
Just like Grandpa Tone.
R. Caudair says maple syrup we got as children is not the same as the maple syrup they're giving now.
Right. I agree with that.
Spirited said maybe make an announcement to the people commenting in the Rumble comments that they need their. Hold on. Oh, okay. People on Rumble, you have to type in the Rumble rants, not in the comment section. I know it's a little bit confusing, but the Rumble rants is the live chat.
And you need to hit the Rumble button. If you're in Rumble, hit the Rumble button. The more Rumbles I get, the more they will show it to people.
Kim says, yes, clog the bridges. Spirited says, if that acts pass, we are done. My heart is going to shatter. It can't happen. Please, Grandpa Tone, do something. Spirited said, to clarify, not one cop stepped forward. A former RCMP officer at CPL, Danny Bulford, who was Trudeau's former security advisor, came to the Freedom Convoy, and the warrant was out for his arrest.
Okay.
Spirited said, I'm sorry. Oh, Spirited also apologized for saying cop, not fuzz.
That's okay.
Overtext said Newsom is all power mad. Now he's going after the gun manufacturers, not the inner city gangs.
No, because they vote Democrat, so that's okay.
Spirited said CPL Bulford resigned weeks ago because of the corruption and started to advise the Freedom Convoy. As far as the fuzz on the ground during their arrest, nobody dropped their shield.
The other thing is maybe did he advise the convoy to do stupid things?
John Perry says,
that's the part of it in the United States. That's the kind of stuff that happens.
John Perry says, no, they don't do mass in that hall.
No, they do mass in that hall.
Lorraine says the Vatican is evil. Every inch of it, every statue, every room.
Okay, hold on a second. The issue is not what kind of mass they do or don't do in the hall. It's a snakehead.
And then somebody asked up above, but I wanted to come back to it. They wanted to know what the story with the Statue of Liberty is.
Okay, the story with the Statue of Liberty is it is a druid figure. And it gets really dicey, okay? But the Statue of Liberty is, I think, a druid that is a transgender. And I can't remember what the name of it is. Somebody, I'm sure, somebody listening has to know what the name of who the Statue of Liberty is modeled after. But it's a transgender. That's why the Statue of Liberty is not hot. That's why the face is mannish looking. No, I'm serious. This is not conspiracy. And I'm sure somebody will chime in or look it up and chime in because this is not conspiracy. This is real.
Okay, John Perry says the Catholic Church is true, but has been infiltrated starting in the 1920s. Read Infiltration by Taylor Marshall.
My parents love Taylor Marshall. Taylor Marshall says the same stuff Grandpa Tone does, but when Grandpa Tone says it doesn't mean anything. Then when Taylor Marshall says it 2 months later, then it's real. Okay. But basically when this really took place was in the Vatican II. Vatican II is when it's called the Super Force. And that's when the satanic lunatics took over the Catholic Church. Like that's when they made the snakehead. That's when you could touch communion shortly after that. That's when everything turned satanic. Big time.
Michelle says in Parliament, an MP asked the Speaker a question from constituents that asked them to name half the ones in Parliament that were paid by Schwab.
That's when all of a sudden they had microphone problems. No, look at Schwab brags about it, and I said go to here. I'm gonna find the website, and you guys can see all the. You don't have to. It's not really a conspiracy, or it's not something that you can't know on your own. I'm gonna pull up the website. You guys just talk.
Yes, Grandma Mare, homeschool those babies. Pamela Joe, you butt out. And Laura asked, why was mine not read about the scientist Mike Eden? Laura, we had to like skip down. If you want,
if they were too long, or they were endorsing someone else, or they had a link, we just had to skip through because we were behind an hour.
But put it back in the comments now. We're caught up. Raise them. I watched video CBC kicked out of crowd.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me chime in.
Marie,
I'm going to post
the Pope anyway.
No, the Pope's no good. Okay, so I'm gonna post this in the comments. It's posting right now. Let me see if I can get to it. I just posted it. Let me highlight it. Okay, see that? Go to not now because you're listening to my show. But after my show, when you get bored, you can do like I do. This will put you to sleep. Instead of counting sheep, I count young global leaders. www.younggloballeaders.org. That is Klaus Schwab's foundation. This is where all the global leaders are, all the people that you guys are talking about. Why the microphone went bad, okay? They're all right there. There's 100. Look for our members. There's, I think, 150 pages. They're in no order on purpose, and just start going page by page, and you will recognize them all. Trudeau's there. What's her name? Maria Bartolomej, Tulsi Gabbard, Buttigieg, Ben Crenshaw. They're all there. So you can do that, and you can send Grandpa Tone a message at 4 a.m. saying, I'm doing it too, because this is what I do when I'm bored. Okay. Actually, don't send me a message at 4 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, please. Laura says, Archbishop, send a message to the convoy. Don't stop fighting.
Yes.
Let's see. And then Peter says, the Vatican hid and worked all Hitler's crew out of Europe to save countries in 45 to 50.
Yeah, the Vatican's no good. You know, it's like I said, I'm Catholic, and when they say Catholics stand up, we're going to kill you because, you know, I did confirmation and stuff, but I don't follow the Vatican or the Pope. I can tell you that right now.
Lori says, hey, hi, hello, missed a ton. Freedom.
There you go, Lori. Thank you for coming on in.
Let's see.
Oh, hold on. We got a problem.
What's that?
Someone's praising Lucifer. We need to kick him out.
Oh, you're done, dude. Do you have your hand on the button?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, dude.
Dude. Okay.
That
I
right.
won't do. Okay. All right. The guy who prays, what's the guy's name? But don't, you know, it doesn't even matter. The guy who praises
the name, I can't tell.
Okay, the guy who praises Lucifer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye, praise Lucifer guy. Sorry.
Thanks, Grandpa Tone. Janice, lots of sex trafficking going on in the U.S.
The U.S. and all over the world. It's sick. That's like that's a big secret they keep.
Sherry, here's something I don't understand. We have the face of Queen Elizabeth on some of our Canadian money. Why isn't she directing someone to speak on behalf of all Canadians in Parliament? That's what they're doing. What they're doing is horrifying, unjust, and the War Measures Act is illegal and unfounded to be used against a peaceful protest.
Look, I don't want to be a crap out, Sherry, but the royal family's good with all this too. So.
All right, I got Rumble comments to read.
Go, Rumble. Hit me with some Rumble rants, Katie. Go.
John Perry says the Catholic Church is true, but has been infiltrated. Oh, we already read that one. Sorry. Okay. Bob Lewis says AMA has 2 snakes on it.
Yes.
Spirited says, I personally found the Vatican beautiful.
That's fine. I'm talking about the Pope's audience hall.
Lorraine says,
if you think the Pope's audience hall is beautiful, I'm zapping you off the show. So go ahead.
No.
Lorraine says the statue is Lucifer, the one you posted earlier.
Yeah.
KLPO says Aloha Ed didn't a French dude design and create Lady Liberty?
Yes, but Lady Liberty is based off, I think. Okay, it gets really weird, but so in the Druid religion, they have a mother and son, which the Catholic Church copied kind of when they converted the Druids. That's where they get the Mary and Jesus thing. They kind of copied it. So what the Catholic Church has done over the years is when they're switching everybody over to being Catholic, they adapt what they're already doing, so it's easy to switch them over. So that is part of it. And then, so in the little Druid thing with the kid and the mom, well, the mom's a transgender, and that's the Statue of Liberty lady. And then if you want to go one step further, okay, in Egyptian times, an obelisk, if you I'm sure you know what an obelisk is. If you don't know, I'll pull one up, okay? But an obelisk is the devil's penis in simple terms. And I can't remember. Is that Ra? Is that the one who represents the devil? Okay. So that's the devil's penis. That's what the obelisk represents. And do you know who has the world's biggest obelisk?
Washington,
do you know where it is? Washington, D.C. The Washington Monument is the world's biggest obelisk. And can anybody guess how tall it is?
666
feet tall. Can anybody guess how wide it is? 666 inches across. Good job, Katie.
Yeah.
You know this. Okay. Don't try and steal my thunder right now, Katie.
Okay, more comments.
Go ahead.
Spirited said, I was thinking of the Sistine Chapel and its beauty.
Oh no, that's beautiful. No, I know. I know what you meant. I was joking.
CLPO says, see a Beelzebub, because we zapped that guy.
He's a what?
He said, see a Beelzebub, the guy we zapped for being a devil worshiper.
Okay.
Spirited said, the queen does not involve herself in politics, ! No, but she involves herself in human trafficking, which is worse.
Okay. Hey, listen. Okay, the Canadians, that's like, you can't be talking bad about the royal family.
Oh, they like the queen. They like the royal family there?
Yeah. Don't destroy my show. Okay, just stop.
Oh, sorry. They're like the Kardashians here. I thought they were like that everywhere.
No. Don't. You're gonna ruin my show. They're all gonna leave.
Okay.
You broke the computer one night. You're gonna wipe out a big audience.
John says we need to fall back location from where the time comes.
There you go.
All right, we're caught up. Oh, wait, one more on Rumble. I'm just saying she will never intervene in our government issues.
That's fine.
And then Lorraine said
the queen alone, Katie.
Lorraine said the queen's evil, not me.
Okay, well, Lorraine, that's one thing. I can't control what Lorraine says. So Lorraine can say whatever she wants. The show's about freedom.
Okay.
Pamela says, sorry, Grandma Mare, I'll zip it.
What did Pamela say?
Well, because she's making homeschooling comments.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
And Laura says Mike Yeadon was humiliated and said to be a conspiracy theorist. He tried to warn us about the plan, and I sent those papers to you.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Marie said, I watched a video of Schwab praising Trudeau for his help.
Yes. Like I just posted, go to the Young Global Leader website. That's Charles Schwab's deal. These are all his recruits. Okay. It's not a secret. It's not conspiracy, and it's not a secret, and it's all out in the open. And you can, as soon as the show's over, you can spend all night. You'll crap your pants. The people that are there that you thought were cool.
So Katie says the queen has some sickness. Yeah.
The pancakes.
And Giuseppe, psychiatric evaluation for Trudeau, tyrannical hyena's behavior urgently needed. He is dangerous for our freedom and democracy.
Giuseppe Morello, would you possibly be Italian as well? And then I think Mike Vitale's here. We're starting to get a lot of Italians on the show, which is fine with Grandpa Tone. It's like I'm home.
Janice, love you guys. Thank you for the place to vent.
Yeah, you got it, Janice. Until they blow me off of the internet, you got a place here.
Fudge says the House of Windsor is demonic.
Okay, take it easy, Fudge. We're going to get in trouble with the Canadians.
Fudge, are you Canadian? I think not.
Okay, but I'm just saying, people get to say what they want. And this is a freedom place.
Julie says the Vatican is in the shape of a snake also. I can show you.
No, I know. Is that, and they got an obelisk right in the middle of St. Peter's Square. Yeah, you can send it to me.
Love you guys. So funny.
Oh, thanks, Tam.
Lori says, did you see Joe Biden kick his poor puppy?
No, he probably forgot it was
What?
his puppy. Yeah, Biden's an ass.
Oh, God.
Okay, so let's discuss when we're going to shut it down. Now, here's the problem is we have still 640 people in here, which is really like 7,000. So I hate to blow, but at some point we're going to have to pull the plug. So what do you want to do, Grandma Mayor? Katie, what do you want to do?
I mean, comments are kind of slowing down unless you have something you want to talk about. I mean, I feel like we probably should shut it down. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We'll go for another 10 minutes and then we'll shut it down. So at 2:20, we'll shut it down. Does that sound okay?
Sure.
Not unless there's no comments and everyone's done. That's fine too.
Some people are saying they got to go. Take care. Love the
Okay.
podcast. Thanks.
Thanks, Katie. Come back anytime. We appreciate it. Yeah, I look, I'll come. Katie, you want to do tomorrow or you want to take tomorrow off? We got to let everybody know our next broadcast.
I thought you were taking tomorrow off, Grandpa.
Yeah, take tomorrow off.
Okay, we're going to take tomorrow off and we'll do Tuesday, 9:00 Eastern. Now, if something crazy happens, we'll do an emergency broadcast, but we're going to take tomorrow off.
All right, Rumble Rants.
Go ahead.
Bob Lewis said got thrown in Facebook jail for typing HARP.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
John Perry says, no, we're not all down with her.
Okay. Well, I just don't want to start trouble.
Alan says, I find it funny that Ottawa is sending in a CIU unit for people who were abused by the fuzz. I sent it to you.
Oh, that's interesting.
Overtext says, where can I get the alien exposing glasses from the live?
Oh yeah. That's from what is it? They Live? Is that what it was? Go ahead.
R. Cauder says, I'm Canadian and I agree with Grandpa Tone about the Royals.
Oh, okay, cool.
R. Cauder says, in my opinion.
Okay.
Kim T says, please contact Chris Scott for an interview.
I will. Okay, send me a message and we will do that. We're trying to contact people. Here's the problem is I think sometimes people are scared to come on the show. So I will get a couple people that I am friends with to come on. And like Leo Zagami, if you guys know Leo, I could probably get Leo on the show. And we'll start off like that and I won't shred them. And then maybe people will come on the show. But I couldn't get anybody from the rally to come on the show.
And then last comment, Spirited says, I just sent you another $5 for saying cop.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry about that. Thank you so much. That's very nice. Here, and let me rewind it. Pamela, that's so sweet. And Pamela came through big time last night. Pamela, if you can't make your rent, let me know. You can come live with us because you've given us a lot of money. So that's very sweet.
Can I post a comment?
Yeah, yes, you can. Yes.
So Michelle said, I just got a Facebook message saying I made a bad comment, which was saying, glad you guys are sticking together. Why does Facebook think that's going against their standards? Ugh.
Yeah, this is nuts. Michelle, the best thing I can tell you is everybody needs to go to Rumble and sign up and subscribe to my channel, Wake Up with Grandpa Tone, because this is going to go away. Okay, there's no way somebody like me is allowed to get 1 million views in 2 days. So I'm telling you, one day this is going to be over, and then we're going to be back to where we were before all this started, which I'm prepared for. It's fine. But, this is a support group, and I want everybody who wants to support to get it. So do it sooner than later, because just one day you're going to go, hey, he wasn't on last night. I guess he didn't do it. If I say I'm on, which is Tuesday, 9:00 Eastern, 6:00 Pacific. If I'm not on, that means I'm on Rumble, and I got blown out. Go ahead, Grandma Mary.
Oh, good night, all. God bless. See you again. Love always, says Joan.
Thanks, Joan. Love you too. Thank you.
Who gets to live regarding the Georgia Stones?
The Georgia Stones. Nobody knows who
you.
built the Georgia Stones. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm with you, David. That's terrible. Yeah, I know. It's not going to be us. That I can tell you.
Facebook hates free speech and free thinking, says
All-
Fudge.
All the social media companies do.
I also think their algorithm's just off. I got put in Facebook jail for inciting violence because I said I was going to run someone's foot over with an electric scooter. So, and that was inciting violence.
No,
You're so violent.
Yeah.
Patrick has a Rumble account just for you too.
Thank you, Patrick, because one day that's all we're going to have.
Are they really going to stop driving and working after the 21st? I need to prep for my family.
We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, you need to prep.
Pamela says, good night, T, M, and K. Lots of love.
Lots
And
of love
right
back,
at
Pamela and Fudge. Okay.
No hold the line. Can you invite the crock pot farmer on your show? Says Raisin.
Hopefully Anne-Marie's listening, because Anne-Marie, I've put in charge of getting us guests because I have sent out emails and I just don't have the patience.
Oh, hun. I can't figure out Rumble. I commented, but I can't find the rant button on the app. Someone PM me.
Yeah, somebody help Bob, please.
Is there a way you can take a picture and show where you're supposed to comment?
I don't have it on my phone, so I can't.
Okay, Bob, send me a message. I will get somebody in touch with you.
I've signed up and everything, says Jennifer. I just can't get it figured out leaving a comment. So
you leave it in the Rumble rants, not the comment
You leave
section.
it in the Rumble rants, but I'll be honest, Jennifer, I can't figure out how to do it either unless I'm on a PC.
Good night. Love you all.
Love you, Mary. I say that all the time, right, Grandma Mary?
Yes,
Good night.
you do.
I do. That's one thing I say all the time.
My pre-order for the Truth Social just arrived. Freedom.
There you go.
And this one is, Grandpa, you need a low frequency ham radio, says Patrick.
Oh, I went crazy. I was almost going to do that one time. I might have to do that.
And last comment, also go to Rumble and sub to Wake Up to Grandpa Tone.
Yes, absolutely. And if you want to donate, you can do that in Rumble right now. You hit the little money bag if you're on a PC or an Android, and then you can go to Buy Me a Coffee / Grandpa Tone. And I'm going to post that one last time just in case anybody wants to throw. I hate passing the collection basket. I really do hate it. I don't even have it on there. Katie, you want to post it? I don't have it.
Yeah, I've been posting the link all night too. Thank
you. I appreciate it.
I've been bothering people with it for you.
Oh, thank you. Because I don't like doing it. Somebody please find us a sponsor so I don't have to do this anymore because I don't like it. I really don't like it.
All right.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Listen, I'm gonna play the goodbye. Anne Marie, you better stay for the end because I changed the ending. And we will see you Tuesday, 9:00 Eastern. We will take tomorrow off. We will all regroup. Katie and Grandma Mare will figure out who's going to read comments on Tuesday. We love you guys. Don't get too crapped out. Okay. If it was easy, the whole world would have freedom if it was easy. So we're going to get through this. See you Tuesday, 9:00 Eastern, 6:00
Good night, everyone.
Pacific.
Good night.
Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Wake Up with Grandpa Tone. All guests of Wake Up with Grandpa Tone stay at the beautiful Howard Johnson. Stay the night, rent by the hour. Howard Johnson. All food provided by Sambo's Restaurant. It's not racist, you're racist, and we'll be around forever. Sambo's. Everyone in our studio audience will receive Jiffy Time popcorn. Pop, pop, pop. And off to emergency with third-degree burns. Jiffy Time popcorn. Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. And Hamburger Helpers beef stroganoff. What do you call cattle masturbating? Of course, beef stroganoff by Hamburger Helper. Hey, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And click the bell so you get notified for next week's live stream. Join us every Thursday, 9:00 Eastern, 6:00 Pacific for Wake Up with Grandpa Tone.